Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful sunrise over Valrico this morning, and I'm out for my morning stroll and pondering deeply the red zone, which we're going to delve into today and probably for about 3 videos. I hope you'll come along. This one's kind of ugly. Brace yourself. We're going to be looking at our dark side, what the Bible calls our sinful nature or the old man. It's in all of us. It's pretty ugly. And it's the cause of a whole lot of issues in our lives, and we need to fully understand it. So I'll be back in a little bit for the teaching video as we delve into this red zone. Well, good morning. This is Scott Rank with The Best You. As my mom used to say, it's hotter than blue blazes out this morning. Really humid here in Florida. And we're going to dive into what I'm calling the dark side. It's interesting that almost every world religion recognizes this interior in us that wants to do wrong stuff. And I remember hearing an interview with Jordan Peterson. And he's a YouTube phenomenon, and he's a deep thinker. And he said he spent some time and looked hard on the inside, and he was frightened by what he saw his capabilities were within himself to do evil. I want to set the stage a little bit by saying we're in the red zone. I'm going to put up the circle drawing so you can see it. We are born with this red zone being our native tongue. It's our mother language. It's what comes quickest and easiest to us. It takes major life shaping through good parenting, good instruction, and ultimately the Spirit's control to be able to overcome these natural tendencies that we have. Listen to what it says. I'm reading out of the Message in Galatians chapter 5. And he says, for there is a root of sinful self-interest in us that is at odds with a free spirit. And then he goes on to describe what's in it. Listen to this. It is obvious what kind of life develops out of trying to get your own way all the time. Repetitive, loveless, cheap sex, a stinking accumulation of mental and emotional garbage. Frenzied and joyless grabs for happiness, trinket gods, magic show religion, paranoid loneliness, cutthroat competition, all-consuming yet never satisfied once, a brutal temper, an impotence to love or be loved, divided homes and divided lives, small-minded and lopsided pursuits, the vicious habit of depersonalizing everyone into a rival, uncontrolled and uncontrollable addictions, ugly parodies of community, and I could go on. And that, he doesn't have to go on, that was bad enough. So, this is the red zone. It's inside of us. If you don't believe that we're born with this, I'm going to say you've never spent much time in a 2-year-old daycare. It is ugly. It is there. Even the great apostle Paul said it was in him. And he said in Romans 7, the things that I want to do, I find I don't do. And the things that I do want to do, I can't do. And this internal battle is going on. And it's largely because of this secret, deep human nature that's in all of us. Because of this nature, Jesus actually said he never gave himself fully to man because he knew what was in us. I want you to know this. Oftentimes some scandal will break, something will come out about a pastor or some political figure, and maybe your spouse, and we say, wow, I just can't believe that. Can you believe somebody could do that? Well, when you look inside hard enough and you get a really good understanding of this red zone layer, you really shouldn't be shocked by any behavior that ever happens. Every human being is capable of anything imaginable. We have to come to grips with that. We have to realize this nature is in us. And I was fascinated in Ruth Graham's book on forgiving her father. In an interview I heard with her, she said this truth, that she said, when I heard the gospel of what Jesus did for me, the gospel didn't cut deep enough to get to these layers. And I'm afraid that's the truth in most of our church organizations. The gospel doesn't go deep enough. In these next couple videos on the Red Zone, I'm going to unpack more of this. I hope you'll come back for it. But between now and next time, could you carve out 15, 20, 30 minutes and take a hard look inside? Do you know, listen to this truth. The only person that has been with me my entire life is me. My mom hasn't been there all the way. My wife hasn't been there all the way. I'm the only human being that has been with me all the way, that knows all my deepest, darkest thoughts, knows everything I ever did. And you are the only person that has been with you the entire way. Take a hard look inside at some of your darkest thoughts, some of your darkest longings, some of your darkest behaviors, and know that they are still a part of you, whether you're a Christian or not. We're going to unpack this more in the next one. This one's kind of sobering, kind of deep. Come along with me on this journey. It's going to get better here soon. We're going to turn the corner in a couple more videos and find some freedom to all this. So have a great Sunday. Talk to you later.